Planet Vero Studios, brought to you by Evergreen Media, creating cohesive marketing campaigns. Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
Honestly, without Treasure Coast Community Health, I think we'd be a much poorer community in terms of our health. We're always striving to fill the gap for everyone in the community, rich or poor.
And welcome to Community Conversations. It's so nice to be before you every week with a different guest from our community so that we can talk about things that perhaps you haven't heard about or perhaps you'd like to know a little bit more about. And this week is no exception, although this is my very first time of being able to talk on air with Bonnie from the St. Francis Manor. Welcome, Bonnie.
Thank you for having me, Vicki.
Well, you know, we think of St. Francis Manor as one of the special pieces that makes Vero, Vero. Okay. And there's always like, oh, I didn't know that St. Francis Manor even existed. So why don't you tell people that might be new to town or those that haven't come up, as I do frequently, up that little pathway and wave as I go by on the right-hand side?
I know, I do. I agree. It's a hidden gem in Vero. We are trying to get our name out there more too in the community. We are independent living, affordable apartments for seniors over the age of 62.
Okay.
We've been in Vero serving seniors since 1974. So,
that's an amazing track record.
For sure.
Do you know how it started? I know you haven't been there but a few years, but...
Yeah, I've been there 3.5. Frank Zork was the founder.
Okay.
Of St. Francis Manor. So he just had a vision of having apartments for seniors that was very affordable. And since then, we've been able to maintain them at a very reasonable cost, probably cheaper than anywhere in the area.
Absolutely. That's without a doubt why people continue to spread the word, because housing is such an issue in our community. Right. So Frank Zork was a builder, was he not?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so, yeah.
So he put his visions to work. And I know that you have had one expansion. What was the original footprint? How many units were there originally? Do you know?
98.
98. So he was a visionary. That's quite a lot.
Yeah. So we have 98 small and large studio apartments. And then in 2017, we had a capital campaign. I was not there, but it was very successful. And they built 18 one-bedroom apartments.
Okay.
So ideally, they built them for couples. We actually don't receive many applicants for couples. So we do have plans in the near future to expand again.
That's wonderful.
We're hoping at least, we're hoping 3 more buildings, which would be between 30 and 36 more apartments. And we will do the studio design again, because they're okay. Yeah.
So, and the difference between a studio and, besides the bed space, obviously, between an apartment and a studio, is that involving kitchen facilities?
Yes.
Okay.
Full kitchen, full appliances. Small studios are about 350 square feet, and the large are 375.
Oh.
So it is an open floor plan.
Okay. So you get more space for the table for 2.
Right.
Okay.
Pretty much. More closet space than the large, but.
Okay. And the idea is that you have congregate meals then?
We do.
You don't have, studios don't have cooking facilities.
Yes, they do.
They do?
They do. They have full appliances.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're independent living. We do not serve 3 meals a day. We do have a social hall, where our residents can come in throughout the day and hang out. We serve coffee and pastries every morning. We are a congregate site for Meals on Wheels through Senior Resource Association. Oh, okay. So we have some residents and people from the outside that come and enjoy a hot meal for lunch.
Okay.
But we have a calendar of events to keep our residents socially active with one another. So lots of parties and holiday events.
I have heard from my Rotary friends that you guys have it happening. Barbecues and things around the pond.
Yes. We just had...
I was wrong. I needed water. Sorry.
That's okay. We just had our jazz concert with the Indian River Charter High School. They came So that's the fundraiser that we've done over the years, and it's my second one, but COVID kind of put that on hold. And then we had a fundraiser in November too, the evening at the Boulevard. So we're getting back in a swing of having the fundraisers again, which is fun, and inviting people to come and see our, campus.
So you put fun into fundraising.
We do. Yeah, we actually call the Jazz Under the Stars a friend raiser.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
So it's
I
really
missed
getting
that.
people to just come and, hang out outside and see what we're all about. Such a beautiful
It is a beautiful
property,
environment. And so the last time I was there was at the opening for your apartments.
Okay.
And so I'm familiar with the pond and the boardwalk. And so I'm assuming that the apartments, studios, the new places are going to be on the more eastern curve of the lake.
Correct.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
We'll back up to the Boys and Girls Club there.
And so do you have any intermingling of the generations yet? I say yet because we're always collaborating nonprofits among county residents.
I don't really.
Not yet, huh?
No.
Okay, well, there's an opportunity.
Yes, for sure.
So
Collaboration's good.
Are most of your residents female?
Yes, I would say the majority definitely are female.
Yeah.
Average age is about 73, 4-ish.
And you have your own bus, don't you?
We
to
do.
Take people places?
We do. I
see it out on occasion, going mostly shopping.
Right. We just had it painted, so it's all white right now. Waiting to get the decaling done. That bus was donated from the Johns Island Foundation over, I think, 15 years ago, but it's doing us good. And we go shopping on Thursdays. We alternate stores, and then once a month we take a group of residents out to dinner.
So do they have to sign up ahead of time for it?
They
or
do.
Is it kind of Sally calls Ann, who calls Joe Doty?
No, we ask everyone to sign up for really any socials that we have. That way we have a head count, and we can gauge with how much food and things like that to buy. So
are you the social director as well?
Pretty much, yes. Myself and Linda Minaldi, she's our communications and development coordinator. So she and I come up with the calendar of events for the month, and we also have a lot of residents. I would say a good handful or two that are volunteers that help us with all sorts of things.
That's awesome.
So it kind of gives them a purpose and a way to give back. So that's what sets us apart.
Absolutely.
Apartment.
We're going to take a short break for a word from our sponsors, and then we'll talk more about some of the things that have recently gone on there.
Great.
Okay, great. Treasure Coast Community Health in-house pharmacies have the lowest prices in Indian River County, even lower than big box pharmacies. Taking your medication as prescribed leads to better health. Affordable medicine makes it easier. Treasure Coast Community Health patients can pick up medicine as they leave the office or use free delivery and mail order services. Pharmacists are always available to answer questions. Switch to TCCH pharmacies. Save money, stay healthy. 772-257-8224 and ask about our price match.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs, including lots of slipcover styles from Universal, Four Seasons, and Capri. We also have a gallery of Tommy Bahama and Lexington furniture with styles designed for a relaxed approach to the finer things in life. We're having a spring sale with lots of great markdowns, including Brown Jordan and Barclay Butera 10% off. Also, all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach, next to Planet Fitness. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet and sales store directly across the street and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day. Sunshine.
It's time to call Easy Brew Coffee and Bottled Water Service and learn just how much you can save and how convenient it is to have your coffee and bottled water delivered right to your home or office. In addition to water coolers, Easy Brew offers individual bottles of water in 8 or 16-ounce bottles. No more lugging it home or dragging it into the office. Serving the Treasure Coast for over 2 decades, 2 letters, 1 simple name. Easy for Easy Brew. Visit e-zbrew.com or call 800-792-3285. Easy Brew.
Who's got time to clean when you need it clean? Call Germ Wizards LLC using the most up-to-date equipment. Germ Wizards pays strict attention to detail. They make dust disappear. Whether you need your office to sparkle, your home to shine, or you want to give someone a great gift, hire the Germ Wizards. It's easy to get a quote online. There's even an online portal. To discuss details directly with your cleaning professional, visit germwizardsllc.com. Make dust disappear with Germ Wizards.
Treasure Coast Community Health in-house pharmacies have the lowest prices in Indian River County, even lower than big box pharmacies. Taking your medication as prescribed leads to better health. Affordable medicine makes it easier. Treasure Coast Community Health patients can pick up medicine as they leave the office or use free delivery and mail order services. Pharmacists are always available to answer questions. Switch to TCCH pharmacies. Save money, stay healthy. 772-257-8224 and ask about our price match.
And welcome back to Community Conversations. As the promos all announce, my name is Vicki Soule. I'm the CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health. And while our mission is definitely to help with the health, whether it be mental, medical, dental, anything from head to toe, from old to very, very young individuals, the reality is that we know that we are part of a greater community. Some of us run nonprofits, a lot of great for-profit companies here in town that make our town very unique. And I say town, but it's really a very large town that's grown up into Indian River County. From north to south, we have centers of health, and we also collaborate with a lot of people and their agencies throughout the county. And today I'm privileged to have Bonnie here from St. Francis Manor, which is an independent living facility specifically for older adults. I'm not going to say elderly because I don't consider myself elderly, but I think I would qualify to be a resident at your facility. So what are the qualifications for someone who might be interested or know of someone who should be?
Sure. So you have to be 62 or older, must be able to live independently. Your monthly income needs to be less than $1,800 to qualify for a studio apartment.
Okay.
Majority of our residents are living strictly on Social Security.
And probably a lot less than $1,800.
A lot less.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And for the one bedrooms, monthly income's $2,500 or less.
Okay.
So you can't
for both individuals that might be
correct.
in the apartment.
Their joint income would have to be less than $2,500.
Right.
Max assets $35,000 or less for the one bedrooms and $25,000 or less for the studios. Our small studio apartments are $380 a month, and the large are $400. That includes water, trash, and sewer.
Oh my goodness!
So our residents are just responsible for electric, cable, internet if they choose to have that. And there's also so many places in town, like St. Vincent de Paul is wonderful to our residents, and the EOC, Economics Opportunity Council. If anyone ever gets in a bind with their utility bills, they help out tremendously for some of our residents.
And St. Helens is right down the street.
Yes.
Do you collaborate or have some assistance from them?
We do. We receive a lot of support actually from not just St. Helens, but other churches in town and organizations.
Well, it's such a wonderful thing because
it is
to honor our folks that have worked hard their entire life, and then finances just don't always work out the way you intend them to be. Right. And certainly all of us can relate in terms of the inflation we're seeing, the lack of housing at affordable prices. So it truly is a blessing that you guys are looking to expand again.
Absolutely.
So those of you that were supporters with the first expansion a few years ago, put aside some dollars. We know that is going to be a need once you get through the planning and permitting phases.
Right.
So
And
We're
in the
thinking
next
probably
year-
double. I mean, it was a 2.25 million for the one bedrooms, and we're thinking probably at least double. With the, like you said, inflation with cost and everything.
Well, and you're
So-
looking at more buildings going up
Correct.
because you didn't.
Mhm.
You had what, 18? You said the
Yes.
first expansion.
Mhm.
So that puts you with the other 93. Oh, that's too much math for me. In any event, you're
Yeah,
looking
and we
at,
have 116 apartments right now,
okay, and you're
98
looking
studios.
and looking to put in another 30 plus. So
Right.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, because
That'll help.
our studio, each building has 12 apartments in it
Okay.
now, so we're hoping for kind of like the same floor plan for
So-
the new studio.
So aside from money, we were talking about what a fun place it is in terms of activities. And so kudos to you for that. But I know from experience it takes more than a handful of folks to pull off something that is fun and will sustain time after time. So if someone were interested in, bringing an event or something fun to your group, how would they go about that?
They could just call the office and ask for myself or Linda, and it will coordinate something. We've had people do that a lot, actually. Sunrise Rotary, actually, you mentioned them earlier. They're wonderful to our residents. They at Mother's Day is coming up, and they always do a nice brunch. I don't want to start naming off because I don't want to miss any
Right.
organizations. But even Holy Cross, they just did our Easter dinner this past Monday for our residents. So
that's nice.
yeah, we
Yeah.
had someone that called in a clown, and he was a magician and did balloon animals last year for them as well. So just try to mix it up and do different things like that. Bingo's a hit,
Do you take outside people for bingo?
but maybe we should. It's not a bad idea.
I think it is a fundraiser.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. All right. So what kinds of things do you see outsiders being able to do besides that? Is spreading the word about your organization is probably counterproductive in that I'm guessing you already have a pretty long wait list already.
We do. We have over 100 people right now on the wait list, and it's growing. Every day we get probably at least 5 phone calls.
Wow.
Or people just walking in, in dire need of whatever their situation is right now. So we don't. We always suggest them to apply. We do say, for studios, it could be a year, it could be shorter, it could be longer, but
There's no predicting.
there isn't. So
Do you find that any of your residents, after being there for a bit, are convinced by their families, their sons or daughters, to move in with them, perhaps back up north?
yes.
So that moves the list along, I guess.
It does. Yeah, we do. Actually, we just had a resident that moved to Georgia to be closer to her daughter. Another resident, she's turning 95 this year, and
Congrats.
she's been there a while. I've known her for a very long time. My grandma lived there, and they were friends. But her daughter wants her to move back to Texas with her and be closer.
Yeah.
She's starting to see, she needs more care.
Yeah. Because,
So.
again, it is independent living.
Right.
So you have probably a pretty lively exchange with most of the family members of your residents as well, in terms of checking on them, seeing how they're
Yes.
doing from an outside perspective.
We do. We also, our residents really look out for one another, and our staff does as well. We try to treat our residents like family. If we don't see somebody, and we're used to seeing somebody in the social hall every morning for breakfast, we'll go and check on them. If a neighbor hasn't seen somebody in a couple days or a day, they'll call the office and we'll do wellness checks, things like that as well, just to make sure that everyone's okay.
I think the last time I was there was discussion about a garden. Again, looking at individual and group kinds of activities that you do. Do you still have a garden over there?
So when I started, we did. No, I know.
It's Florida. Everything dries up and dies.
Right. The problem we have is irrigation, honestly. So that would be something actually that I would love to see happen in the future, is just to have a whole new irrigation system put in. We do have in certain areas sprinklers, but as far as the garden, that was on the east side near the Boys and Girls Club, and they actually had some of their students that came over and did a little garden. But it was so hot, no shade, and the water was an issue. So we have a butterfly garden.
Oh, that's nice.
The Jasmine Circle, the garden club, Jasmine Circle, planted that, and then we have a memorial garden as well. So,
and are small pets allowed as well?
We do have a no
dogs?
pet policy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I thought you allowed it, but maybe those were...
we did in the past, but
okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say maybe they were hidden and I wasn't supposed to say anything.
We have maybe a handful of residents that do still have pets.
Yeah,
there's many reasons why.
Yeah, support animals. But you're right. It just like family. One is great, and more than that can get complicated real quick.
Yeah.
There's kids, cats, or dogs. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what other kinds of things would you like to share? Is there anything that you're particularly proud of? You've been very forthcoming about all the joys of living there. And I'm sure there's more than a little bit of heartache that you can't take care of more.
Right.
So what do you see in the future besides the growth? What would you really like if you had $1 million and really wanted to bless the residents? What do they ask for?
Actually, it's not really what they've asked for, but I have thought about it. If I won the lottery, I would build a small assisted living. That would be like St. Francis Manor's assisted living. So our residents that need higher level of care could transfer into, that's just my dream. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but.
Well, it's got to be heartbreaking to see someone's health deteriorate. And then how do you facilitate another wonderful living experience with the care they need? Right.
And we do have a lot of residents that don't have anybody. They don't have family. So that's when we step in and we try our best to, help them and transition them to another facility. But assisted livings are so expensive. And, when you're living strictly on Social Security, even if you're on Medicaid, you're still paying out at least $1,500 a month probably once you go to an assisted living. So that's my dream. But
okay, so listening audience, if you know of anyone that's got a magic wand, it never hurts to ask. I found, because it does stimulate some discussion afterwards, and you just never know how the puzzle pieces might come together. So thank you for sharing all of that with us. It's been a real pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
And I'm hoping that we can do this again.
That would be wonderful.
Just as an aside, I will say that I met Bonnie during the COVID season when we actually had a full busload of her folks come through Treasure Coast Community Health drive-through for COVID shots.
You were wonderful. Thank you. That worked out. It was wonderful. It
was wonderful to have them. We heard wonderful smiley stories out of the staff that came on board. You have a lively group there.
We do.
You do?
We do. We have wonderful staff, too. I mean, I have to mention our staff is they go above and beyond for our residents and to maintain, the property and the apartments.
Absolutely.
And a wonderful board of directors. They're a working board and very passionate about our mission. So
about half of them are Rotarians too, but I didn't say that out loud. So again, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Listeners, if you want to volunteer or have any ideas, please call Bonnie. She is very open and flexible and really is committed to making the best environment possible. But it takes more than one. It takes a whole village. So again, I thank you for being here, and I hope you'll be listening in next Saturday at 4:30 again. Take care.
Thanks.